guys, Jeannine here with another review for you, and this is a bit of a special one. So I saw that Disney recently released the Beauty and the Beast 30th anniversary special, and so I wanted to come on here and share my thoughts on it. As you can see, I'm a huge Beauty and the Beast fan. We even did a huge Beauty and the Beast retrospective on our Classic Films podcast. It's a wonderful podcast, taking a look at 3 different versions of the film. But we looked at the 1946 French version, La Belle et la Bête, the 1991 animated version, and the 2017 live action remake. So we are fans of Beauty and the Beast here on It's a Wonderful Podcast. So I really wanted to come on here and talk about this special, which I thought was beautifully done and a really great celebration of the film. Basically just kind of a live action stage performances of the big musical numbers, with a little bit of the performers doing some of the plot, but it was intercut into the animated scenes of the movie, and then it would go into these live action musical numbers. So I liked that we got that, and it was like really well done in terms of showing clips of like the behind the scenes voice work in the studio. We had Rita Moreno kind of as our narrator, so they would cut to her and she would kind of talk about the making of the film, the behind the scenes, showing clips of kind of the making of the music, Howard Ashman and Alan Menken putting the songs together. So it was kind of intercut with them kind of going through the story of the film, and then having our amazing actors do the performances of the big songs, and doing a little bit of kind of acting out some of the plot sequences as well. So I liked just how it was all cut together. We would see them cut to a scene and play the animated scene, and then kind of have the color drain out of it and just see the hand drawings of that scene kind of come to life. They would show scenes that were that they ended up not using, so the raw animated scenes of the things that they ended up not using in the film. So yeah, I loved kind of how it was cut together with the actual animated movie, and how we kind of got these really fun animated sequences in between the live action performances, and everyone did an amazing job. Like, I loved, I grew up as a huge Shania Twain fan, so to see her as Mrs. Potts was so great. I thought she did an amazing job. Nice little tribute to Angela Lansbury. She took a moment to sing Beauty and the Beast, and I absolutely loved her rendition. I wasn't sure how it was going to work with her voice, but I really loved her version of Beauty and the Beast. I really wasn't sure about her either, because her voice always seems very kind of chill to me, and relaxed and soulful. So I didn't know if that was going to kind of work with the Belle songs, but she was amazing as Belle. Her voice worked great. She did her own kind of style with it, but still was able to kind of belt those higher kind of stronger moments, which I wasn't sure if we were going to get from her, because I know her to be an amazing vocalist, but I always know her, and the songs I've heard of hers are always so very kind of chill and soft and not kind of super belty. So to kind of do these kind of big ballads, I was really curious to see how she was going to sound, and she was absolutely beautiful, and she was just so sweet and adorable as well as Belle. Great. I loved kind of the opening number of like the first song, her kind of walking from the Disney animation studio and walking all the way through kind of the lot to the stage as kind of the Belle walking through and everyone kind of popping in, doing all the kind of talking vocals of that song. And we had Paige O'Hara, the original voice of Belle, coming in as the bookshop owner. So loved that we had our original Belle kind of having a little part in this as well, which was super sweet. But yeah, her was amazing. Josh Groban, of course, he's always great. And I was really curious because his voice is very kind of bold and operatic, and I was like, how are their voices going to sound together? And they actually sounded really good together. At the end, they do their own version of Beauty and the Beast, and it's beautiful because we've gotten some great duet versions of that song. We had Celine and Peebo Bryson, we had Ariana and John Legend, and now we're getting her and Josh Groban. Two voices that are very different but worked really well together. So I loved the versions of Beauty and the Beast that we heard. Those were great. We had Joshua Henry as our Gaston. I'm not too familiar with him, so I'm assuming he's like a really good Broadway actor because his voice was very bold and strong. He made a great Gaston, and seeing this, you know, handsome, dark-skinned black man be Gaston was great. I actually saw a really cute TikTok video of this little black boy, like, in diapers watching him as Gaston, watching Josh Henry as Gaston, and just being so excited. And the mom's caption was on there, just like, representation matters. So kind of, I love the blind casting that can go into like stage performances of things without people kind of getting all up in arms, a la what Halle Bailey is going through right now. Because we've had an Asian Ariel on stage. We've had different Belle. We've had Toni Braxton play Belle in several iterations. I believe I've seen black actresses play Elsa in Frozen stage productions. So I feel like, you know, stage shows have the freedom to do a bit of blind casting. All that stuff like Hamilton, without getting as much ridicule as an actual movie. So, you know, her being this black girl and little black girls getting to see that's such a beautiful thing, and people not going as crazy over that as they are over Ariel is just like, pick your lane, like choose, you know, be consistent, right? But just love kind of the representation that goes into that, because she did a beautiful job, and Joshua Henry was a great Gaston. Like, the whole kind of Gaston song number was so well done, and he was just so, you know, his voice is so rich, and I loved it. And he was a great Gaston. So for someone I'd never seen before, I love kind of seeing him come in and just kill this role. Everyone did great. The singing was wonderful. I was like, you know, the Beast doesn't really have a song in the animated film. You know, he just is kind of duetting with Belle here and there. But if you have Josh Groban, I need to see him do a song. So I like that they gave him Evermore to do. It's a great song for his voice, and I like that you have Josh Groban, we need to give him a musical number on his own to really showcase. And so I like that he got a song, because I was worried about that. Like, you have Josh Groban and you're only gonna have him do these little duets with Belle and that's it. But no, they gave him that solo song from the 2017 movie. I think he does. I've never seen the Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast, so I think I saw somebody talking about him having a solo song in that movie, or in that stage production, but they ended up going with Evermore, which I do believe is from the 2017 live action movie. But yeah, just the way they did it, because I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was like a whole kind of Broadway version, just or even like, you know, how they did Little Mermaid live and like Grease live and things like that. I thought it was going to be like that, but the fact that it was just a huge celebration of the animated film, and so it was kind of peppered in with the original cuts of the animated movie. That was super well done, and really smart way to celebrate the film. You're not celebrating just kind of the Broadway show, you're celebrating this whole kind of Disney version of Beauty and the Beast as a whole. And so I liked the way that they intercut things and showed us behind the scenes stuff. And so you had Rita Moreno there kind of guiding us through this kind of these special moments. And so like when you get to hear you know, her talk about the magic of Disney and then bringing this movie to life and all of these things, all of that Disney magic shit gets me so emotional. Gets me so emotional just thinking about it. and just kind of like what went into making this movie, and seeing Howard Ashman and hearing about how he passed away before he could see the final film, and just what they put into the music and all of these things. You know, I just was getting very emotional in the celebration of this movie, or this live action celebration. So overall, really loved it. You can find it on Hulu and Disney Plus. Her was great, and she had an epic her moment at the end. Spoilers here for kind of what happens at the end. Her and Josh Groban do come out dressed, you know, very much in the style of their characters, and do a version of Beauty and the Beast. And then we have her come out. She's in the yellow dress. She's got like yellow shades on, and she has a clear guitar with like this stained glass Beauty and the Beast rose print on it, and she comes out and just starts rocking on this guitar as she comes down the stairs. So I love that they gave her her little moment, because she's a great guitarist. So that was such a cool kind of way to end things. And like I said, loved their version of Beauty and the Beast. I really wasn't sure how their voices were going to fit together, and they sounded amazing together. The performances here, loved Shania Twain. It was so great to see her again as Mrs. Potts, and yeah, everyone was killing it. Loved the way they put it together, and had so much fun watching this special, and got really emotional. So if you are a huge Disney fan, if you're a huge Beauty and the Beast fan, please check out this special. It was so special. It was very special, and celebrated 30 years of Beauty and the Beast with Disney in such a great way, and some great behind the scenes stuff, and just really celebrating this movie to the fullest. So yeah, I just had to just give my feelings on this live action celebration, because I thought it was so well done, and great to see, and just diverse, and seeing a black Belle as well was just really kind of special for me. So yes, loved it. Check it out, Hulu, Disney Plus, Beauty and the Beast 30th anniversary special. It was great. Thank you guys so much for watching my gush about this special. Thanks so much for checking out my review on it, and please do all of the things, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.